Hi, I'm Kevin, and in this video, I'm going to show you the ultimate EDC organizers from Garage Built Gear. So I've recently picked up two of these. I absolutely love Garage Built Gear's pouches. I've had a mightier pouch with loop that I bought a while back, and it's one of my favorite pouches to carry. Just overall extremely well built, easy to organize stuff inside of it. It works great for me, and I love this pouch. So much so that I've decided to pick up some more stuff from Garage Built Gear. And I most recently picked up the Ultimate EDC Organizer in wax canvas, and then the limited release one that just came out last week in Topo Gray with the red zipper. So I'm gonna walk you through, we'll show you what I got inside. I'm gonna show you how they load out, and let's get started. So this is, I've had this for maybe close to 2 weeks, I think. And when I saw that they were available, you know, I've been checking their site fairly regularly because I wanted to get my hands on this specifically, but then, you know, some of the other offerings they've had that I've seen they haven't had for a while. And when I saw that these were available on wax canvas, I jumped on one. This is the chocolate version. So this is wax canvas chocolate, and it's got some coyote accents on there. So we got a coyote loop field. The mesh and loop field on the back are coyote. Color matching zipper pulls. Really cool look to this, great feel. I mean, wax canvas is just such a great feeling material, and it works extremely well in this pouch. It feels nice and broken in right off the bat. You know, it's not quite as stiff as 1000D, for instance, and it's just awesome material. So that's that one. And then this one just came a couple days ago. This is the limited edition gray topo with red zipper. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe this is an X-Pack printed material on the front, the gray topo. And then as you'll see, when we open it up, there is a white X-Pack liner in there. So I'm gonna walk you through how I've got these loaded out. I've been using this one for a little while. This one I've just been experimenting mainly today. So I'm seeing what I could fit in there, how I wanna carry it. And I've got a little bit of just an experimental loadout in there so you can see how much stuff fits in. But opening this up, I've got this kind of set up as my EDC / tech organizer, really consolidating what I would typically carry in two pieces of gear. You know, a smaller pouch with some EDC stuff and then a larger tech organizer. I've kind of combined them into one, which is pretty convenient because anytime I can cut down on the physical number of items I'm carrying, you know, it's always a good thing. So this one I've got set up with some cables and a hub in the top pouch. So there's a zipper pouch on top. This mesh just feels very durable. Sometimes you see mesh in videos and it's very hard to, you can't tell what it feels like, but this is very durable mesh, and I don't know specifics on materials, but that feels like it's gonna last a while. And as a matter of fact, I can't think of an example offhand in a bagger I own or anything where I've felt mesh that feels this kind of thick and durable, but still has flexibility to it. So no stretch to it, but very durable feel, and I love it. In this pocket, I've got kind of a memory card set up in here. So I've got a memory card holder and solid state drive with the high capacity cable for the solid state drive. So that's memory stuff. And then over here, I've got a Leatherman arc. Like to have a multi-tool on me. Leatherman arc's pretty cool. Haven't used it too much, relatively new, but I do like the Leatherman arc so far. And then I've got the Nightcore EDC 27 in there. If you're not familiar with this flashlight, it is extremely bright. Other than that, I've got a pen and then some bits for the arc. Really just a notebook on this side. And then down here, I've got a 10,000 milliamp hour battery bank. All right, so moving over to the gray topo pouch. This one is it's kind of funky looking the way I've got it loaded out, and I probably would never carry it with this loadout, but was just kind of test fitting some stuff. And I'll open it up, take a look at what we got inside. Some of which just to kind of show you what can fit in here. So same internal layout. We got some stretchy loops over here for organization. a couple mesh pockets on the side, another smaller mesh pocket here, and then this back pocket. So up top, I've got a knife wedged in there. So this is Topps Mini Scandi. This is the Rockies edition. So pretty cool little neck knife. And that fits in there. I did have to kind of stuff it in there. And then the Topps whistle's in there too. Below that, I've got a big, kind of chunky, I guess I shouldn't say big because the idea is this is a small portable light, but it is a relatively big, for this pocket, a portable light bank. So comes in handy for filming when light sources are scarce. Although I did have to kind of, it was easy to get in, a little bit harder to get out of that pocket, but it goes in there. And then on the other side, I've got a couple cables, so high capacity USB-C cable, smaller USB-C cable. And over here, one of my favorite pocket knives ever, the Spyderco Shaman. So, I mean, this is kind of a big, scary knife that I don't typically carry in my pocket when I'm out and about in town, for instance, but when I go camping or something along those lines, great knife to have because it's, I mean, that's a pretty, it's just a massive knife, and really like the Spyderco Shaman. So moving on to the back side, I've got a pair of knock-around glasses. So these are not my favorite sunglasses, but I do have a couple pair of these for travel, and I think for that purpose they work just great because, I mean, they're not dirt cheap gas station glasses, but they're also very affordable. So if you want to stuff them into a bag, you know, you're not gonna, it's not gonna break the bank if you bend them or if they don't make it through unscathed. So one of the things that bother me about them though is that they do interfere with the brim of my hat. And I got two pairs. So the first ones were big. I think they're their most popular pair, and those really interfered. So I was like, all right, let me try the smaller size, even though I think I have a larger face, and see if that interferes a little bit less with my hat. And it kind of doesn't. Actually, I think these interfere more if I'm remembering correctly, but not bad to have on hand and cheap. You could throw these in a bag pouch. So, you know, I'm loading out soon. I'll be looking at, I like having a rental car kit kind of when I travel. So a pouch I can grab out of my bag, and it's got all my, everything I'll need in the rental car. So, you know, charge cable, sunglasses. And then I used to have like a vent mount I would always have with, so like a small vent mount that I could clip on the vent. My phone was there. I can safely look at GPS while I was driving and didn't have to have my phone in my hand. Don't really necessarily need those anymore because I haven't rented a car in a couple years now that doesn't have CarPlay. They all have CarPlay now, so it's probably not something I need in there. But, you know, this pouch would probably, this might work out perfect. This mightier pouch might get repurposed. As a matter of fact, it very likely will get repurposed as my rental car kit. So when I get to my rental car, I grab this out of my bag, have everything I need to proceed. And then last but not least in here, I have a 24,000 milliamp hour Anker battery bank. You know, I've kind of got a minor obsession with battery banks. Really, I've got a minor obsession with a lot of things. Bags, knives, flashlights, power banks. And I picked this one up recently. I have a massive 40,000 milliamp hour battery bank that I use to power camera equipment and stuff like that when I'm on the move. And then I've got a 10,000 milliamp hour battery bank that's really easy to travel with, a couple of different versions of those. And then I have an old, like 26, whatever they are, the max size that you can fly with. But it wasn't USB-C. It only had USB-A on it, and that was starting to irritate me. It was mini or micro USB to charge it. So I upgraded to a newer Anker USB-C. Gotta have USB-C now. I want to try to consolidate everything as much as possible to USB-C, right? All right, that's really it for the inside, the outside. You can see on this one, beautiful X-Pack liner on there. We've got the Topo material. You know, this one, since it is X-Pack, it's got the crinkliness to it, but I mean, just a very cool look, very cool feel. Haven't even had a chance to put any patches on here yet because I basically just got this thing, but so far, really cool pouch. Love both of these. I think right now, at the time of filming, I believe there's still some wax canvas. There was a black and gray available, so Not sure how long those are going to last. So let's talk likes and dislikes real quick for these pouches. And to be honest, there's really nothing I don't like about them. In all fairness, though, I really haven't used them that much. I've been using this one for a couple weeks. Haven't run into anything I don't like about it yet. And this one, I mean, it's the same design, different materials. Really no dislikes to speak of. But, you know, I think as time goes by, I'll probably do maybe like a 1 year later video after I've used these for a considerable amount of time. And especially for this X-Pack version, because I want to use it and abuse it and see how the material holds up. Which I would assume is going to be fantastic because it feels great. And then as far as likes go, I mean, it's a great size. I love how thin it is. You know, it's very thin, but you saw with this one, you can fit quite a bit of stuff on there. So if you think about how I had that one loaded out, I had these two items basically on top of each other in there, and I can close it no problem, and I can probably fit quite a bit more in there. And then, you know, you've got this front slip pocket. You could drop a notebook in there, clip a pen in there. Just very convenient, very, very organized way to store your gear on the go. And it's nice and skinny and flat. Makes a great tech organizer, EDC organizer. When I'm traveling with a GoRuck bag, it slips into that back pocket very nicely and keeps it secure in there. The elastic pocket on the inside of those bags fits in the slant pocket on those bags. It does not fit in the side zip pockets of the M23. That would have been kind of cool, but it would have been significantly smaller. It does, however, fit in that front pocket of the M23. So overall, very convenient design, and love the form factor and how it organizes and the layout of the interior. And then I like how it zips open too, and you've got this, you've got that piece in there. So it's very, when it zips open, I mean, you can fold it backwards, you can fold it in half. It's not rigid. It's very easy to access the stuff inside because of that. And then finally, I don't think you can mention likes and garage built gear without talking about the quality and craftsmanship involved in these bags. I mean, I don't see any loose threads. I don't see any crooked stitches. You know, you've got very sturdy construction all the way around. This pouch, I think these pouches are built to last, and I really feel like a lot went into them in terms of the construction and the design, really. So overall, extremely happy with both of these organizers. And again, I'll do a follow-up review, take a long-term look at materials. But anyway, if you have any garage built gear stuff, or you've used the EDC organizers, I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions. Please leave me a comment below. Love to have conversations about the gear I review. As always, if you like the video, please hit the thumbs up for me. And if you like EDC gear and carry reviews, definitely consider subscribing to my channel. Thanks.